So good morning, everybody. I'm here on behalf of Fabrice Batin, who is chairing the PackSafety working group. He's with Nestle, and he sends his regards to the group. Before I start to talk about the PackSafety working group and what we have done in the last almost 2 years, I would like to take a step back and talk a little bit how that all came up, the issue about the safety technology and. You all know that we have this packaging platform done together with the Nestle folks that we have presented at Pack Expo last year. When we were working on that, we fairly soon we realized we need to have safety in that device, because if we want to have that shown in an exhibition, we need to make that safe. And we have a high sophisticated system there with communication back and forth between the machines, and all runs automatically, so based on PackML and the pack tags. And then we said, okay, what about the safety data? Do we really have to hardwire that? So we have a communication system going back and forth between the machines, and everything is plug and play. And then when it comes to safety, we have to wire that? No, we don't want to do that. So that was the idea, to start a working group working on that issue and talking about how to implement the safety data into that complete PackML environment. And as I said, we started somehow in 2010 as a group, and Fabrice Batin with Nestle is chairing the group. Unfortunately, he's the only user that is working in the group. But we have a couple of technology providers, obviously, that are there, and some machine builders, luckily, because they really helped to establish some documents. And we have also very good that we have a couple of guys in the team that have real deep knowledge in the safety environment. For example, the guy from Siemens, Bernard, he knows everything about the regulations. I mean, if we are talking, in the beginning we were talking about all these regulations that are official in the market, and we said, okay, what is in there? And he said, okay, if you look in the document XYZ, page 125, in the lower section of that page, it's written there. We said, what? You opened up the book, and it's there. It's that page. He has everything in mind, so he's a great add for the team.
I think it's worth pointing out, too, on that slide, that while it looks like there's a lot of technology providers, some of those guys like Bernard, they're safety specialists.
Yeah.
I don't think Bernard can tell you what Siemens products actually.
No, he knows the name.
But he's not a Siemens
guy.
He's a safety guy.
Yeah, he is. It's the same with Guido Beckmann from Beckhoff. He's the safety guy within Beckhoff. Günther Selzer from Rockwell, he's the safety guy within Rockwell. He's traveling around the globe for safety things. Miodrag Velezovic from B&R, he's our safety guy in the group. And the rest,
fourth bubble there that says safety experts.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe that would show a little bit more. Yeah, that's true. So this was the kickoff meeting that we had in Switzerland, in Vevey, in this Nestle headquarters. The whole group was there, and we took a picture there, so you can see all the people. What we did when we started the group and in the kickoff meeting, we were talking about, okay, what do we need to do? We don't want to touch the regulations, that's for sure, because these are official regulations, and we have to make sure that we do everything that is compliant with these regulations. So we don't want to renew anything there. So, but we want to have we want to use new technology with integrated safety into PLCs, safe motion, and all that stuff. That makes it even worse with the communication part, because there are some information that can't be hardwired. We need to have a communication part there. But we split the whole thing into different areas, and we started first of all with the safety functions, reactions for machines, and then we were talking about what do we need to do if we have a single machine, there's an e-stop, the machine will stop. Okay, what does that mean for the other machines? They will go into suspended, and it's okay. The one machine with the e-stop will be in aborted, the others, the reaction will be, we go into suspended and wait. But if there is, for example, a safety door or something that is in between two machines, and this will affect both machines, for example, how do we handle this? Because somebody is opening that door, and we could easily, with the new technology, we could easily slow down the machine to a safe, limited speed. But the other machine, somebody could touch the other machine as well while opening that door. So how do we handle that? We have to communicate this information between the machines, and we have to talk about how to handle these, and first of all, understand what could be the criteria in that environment when we have machines in a line, and we have all that PackML communication back and forth between the machines that we have in the setup for PackExpo. So first of all, in the first two groups, I would say, so 1A, 1B, 2A, and 2B is a little bit different. They were talking about all these things, what is when. So, and they created a document that is ready right now. I have a copy of that here. That really explains all these situations. And then we have a second team, I would say, sub-team, that is really working on the communication part. Because, as I said, we found out that we need some communication, not wired communication, some real communication between the machines. And unfortunately, we haven't done anything there to specify something, because we have to rely on PackConnect first. PackConnect has to come up with a suggestion what would be the communication layer for PackML, and we want to use the same communication layer, that's for sure. It makes no sense to have, for example, OPC UA for PackML and something different, a different network technology for the safety part. That would be additional wiring again, so it makes really no sense. So we have to wait for PackConnect to come up with a suggestion, and we are in a close loop with them and talking already with them, so hopefully we will have something ready there. But there is a document that is already also, part of that document is also already done, that talks about what we need to communicate, what are the, for example, all the new information with safe motion technology, what are the information that we need to exchange, how can we harmonize these information between the different vendors, and all of that. And the next step then will be really to establish a horizontal communication based on PackConnect suggestions, and then produce the final document. When we started, we also said, okay, we need some goals. And I mean, this is obvious here now that with the new technology and the latest technology with safety, it's not only in hardwired e-stop anymore. We have new things coming up with this technology, and we want to maximize safe operational efficiency. So using the latest technology, we will reduce the need to go into the aborted state. Instead of going into the aborted state, it could be somehow suspended or held, and or the machine is still in execute because it's running with a limited speed. It's still producing. So the whole line will be up and running all time, even in a safe mode. So, and it's clear we have to reduce the efforts of line integration. That's the other part. So having a standard communication that will reduce the line integration part for the end users. So it's again the plug-and-play theme. There are a couple of benefits for sure. That's also obvious then. We will reduce the time for the startup, reduce time for engineering, and then improve the machine availability due to going into safe limited speed. The machine is still producing, so we have a better efficiency of whole lines. A little bit about what we have done and what the plan is for this year. It started all about in 2010, which is not on the chart here. We had several face-to-face meetings in different locations in Europe, thanks to Lenze and Nestle. We had several of these meetings in these different locations. We had several telephone conferences in between, and we were working on these documents. And we have right now 2 documents ready. And the next step will be then to finalize the PackSafety specification. That is this portion here. And by mid of March, we want to have something in hand that is 1 document then. Out of these 2 documents that we have right now, we want to create 1 document. And once this is ready, Fabrice is also going to publish that. Everything is on the SharePoint site. It's on the ARC website. It's available. But before we publish something, we want to have this single document. And then we will start to work on the requirements that we have for Pack Connect. And there will be 1 face-to-face meeting in that during that time frame. And then we will have a meeting together with, or we want to have a meeting together with the Pack Connect team to really discuss this and find a solution for everything. After that, we will have an implementation, or we want to start to implement everything on the packaging platform at Nestle. So the platform that we have seen in Chicago at Pack Expo, we want to implement all of that into that platform and really see if it's working, if everything is okay, what we think we want to do, and really have something in hand that we can show, like we've done with the PackML implementation there. And after that, we will hopefully have something in hand that we can share with the industry that will help all of us to have better machines and better implementation of machines. That's it from my side.